Hey everyone, Brad here. Thanks for joining us. And today, what we're going to be talking about is how we can generate 8 to 10 new clients over the next 7 days without spending more on advertising or really spending anything on advertising. And this is one strategy that I've used a lot myself and with clients in order to kickstart some new clients and getting some revenue back in. And often people think you've got to spend a lot of time, you've got to spend a lot of money on getting these new clients or into your business. And ultimately, it just comes down to the specific strategy and tactic that you can utilize right away that will help you get that goal. And we'll talk a little bit about it. The big thing about this strategy is you can utilize it multiple times. And what we actually do is make it a part of our business plan altogether. And every month we run the same type of strategy. And what we're really doing here is we're really rerunning a reactivation based campaign. So we're focusing on people who have used your services before, maybe once or twice, or they've used it for a period of time and for some reason they've stopped using your service. They moved away or whatever it might be. Or maybe they've inquired about your service but never actually came in. They came to a workshop, downloaded a book. Could be a lot of different sources. But they're not actively your current clients right now. So what we want to do is use a strategy called a 9-word email. And I've gotten this strategy from Dan Kennedy, Dean Jackson. I don't really know who the originator is. All I know is that it does really, really work well. So essentially what it is a message that's driving a direct response from that client. And some things that we utilize, it could be email, phone, text message, Facebook Messenger. For example, we ran a Facebook Messenger Facebook Messenger 9-word campaign to a list of prospects who inquired and had gotten almost 90% open rate from those people. And around, I think, 12 to 13 people had signed up or came back in just from that campaign alone and that message that we sent out. So the goal is really getting a direct response from your contact list on people who have used your service or maybe fallen off for whatever reason and so on, like we talked about. So when you're sending this, it's really crucial that you follow the specific steps. So the opening line, whether that be the headline in an email or your message is, hey, that's it. Don't need anything else other than that. Just put hey. And the body of this message, again, is really specific. It asks a direct question. For example, if I had someone who is inquiring about low back pain and I'm looking at getting them to come back, I can say something like the email title, hey, inside it'll say, are you still interested in overcoming low back pain so that you can run again? Question mark. That's it. You don't want to add any signature, no address to the location, no phone number or anything like that. You want the client or the prospect to be messaging you back, directly responding to that message. If you add anything else in there, it's just, you can throw them off and you're not going to get quite as good of a result. Like I said, we've gotten insane results just from using this and making it part of our actual journey and for the clients and prospects. And what we find is often people, who had opted in and maybe never got around, they may have gotten busy, they may have forgot about it, might not have been the right time and so on. But if you're doing something generally every 4 to 6 weeks to reactivate those people and you send out one of these messages, often you're going to be able to trigger them to get them to come back. And often you'll find that of the people who do engage with you, majority of them will end up coming back. So we generally run the list every 4 to 6 weeks or send a message to the list every 4 to 6 weeks. And we'll get somewhere between like 12 to kind of 15 people off of a list of about 100 to come back in and go through a consultation or go through a process of therapy or training or whatever it might be. So it's extremely powerful and it's generated a ton of income for our businesses and, not only ours, but the other clients that we're working with as well. And my advice is really simple, but very effective. We know that 95% of people are not going to buy right away. 50% of those people are going to buy with plus 90 days, and 45% of those people are probably going to make a decision within that 90-day period. So if we know that to be true, and we're not doing anything to follow up with those prospects or people who've fallen off or use the service, then we're really just doing a disservice not only to ourselves, but the clients as well. Because chances are they probably are dealing with the same problem and struggling with the same problem, that if we simply give them a call to action to come back to us, they're more than likely to book back in. And you don't even need to have any specific discounts or offers or anything like that. You can experiment and see what works best for you. We generally just say, hey, are you still interested in ABC? And see what they say from that point. If you do use a CRM-based software, you're able to tag these people in your software to be able to determine, okay, well, where are they in my segmentation? And it's going to be easier for you to pull them up. If you don't have a CRM, you can simply use a spreadsheet and just track your leads and know when you did send the email out to those people. It's a little bit more tedious, but ultimately, if you don't have as big of a budget, or you've got someone managing it, maybe that's a more simpler way to do. The big thing is you want to be able to track the responses that you're getting. And keep in mind that it might take a little bit of time for you to get those people to come in, especially if they're prospects who inquired a period of time ago. So now let's talk a little bit about how you can implement a 9-word reactivation email, message, phone call, whatever it might be in your business in order to get 8 to 10 new people back into your business within the next 7 days, all without spending more on advertising or really spending a lot more time rather than just sending an email. Step 1 is choosing a pocket of people that you're going to be targeting. Don't send the email to your entire list. Focus on a specific grouping of people to start. For example, focus on prospects who have inquired but not yet used your service. Or, for example, if people have used your service, maybe they used it once or twice and they fell off for whatever reason. Or you had a specific trial and they completed the trial, but they didn't continue into a longer term plan of care or program. Number 2, choose a specific problem that the prospect or client had came to you to deal with in the first place. This is an absolute big mistake that most people make with this type of campaign is they automatically assume that every single person that is dealing with them and has inquired with them is inquiring for the specific or dealing with them for the same specific problem. You might have some people who came to you to lose weight, to overcome shoulder pain, to deal with low back pain, to help them run better, to deal with a broken knee or ankle. So if you're sending the same email out to everyone and one person wants to lose weight, the other person wants to get better at running, you're going to have two widely different responses, and ultimately it's not going to resonate as well. So again, just how you've picked your pocket of people, let's say I picked prospects who had inquired but did not book with me, but they inquired about overcoming low back pain. I might choose the problem of low back pain. Step number 3 is keep it simple. And we talked a little bit about this earlier. Don't overthink it. It's not anything to be super complicated about. Literally, your headline is, hey, and the body of the message is, are you still interested in, for example, overcoming low back pain? Are you still interested in losing body fat and getting stronger so you can get back to running? Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it really simple, a simple execution-based strategy that's going to get you a big return, especially if you incorporate it into your everyday marketing strategy. Step number 4 is taking the action, writing the email, and sending it to those ideal prospects that you, in step 1, identified who you're going to be targeting. And in step 2, you chose a specific problem that they inquired for that you're able to help them with your skill set and passion. So now we get to step 5, the follow-up. So you're going to be getting a lot of messages back from these prospects or clients. So you're going to want to be able to engage them with a specific offer, whether that's your traditional base program, your evergreen, your specific trial or promo, whatever it is that you're going to be offering them. And again, make sure it makes sense. If someone came in for a trial, maybe not sell them another trial, for example. But make sure that you're prepared to be able to accommodate these extra flow of people into your schedule over the next couple of days. So step number 6 is one of the most important and overlooked components of this campaign. And essentially it is rinsing and repeating. So all too often I'll see health practitioners that I work with use this strategy. And what happens is after a couple weeks or after a month, they end up forgetting to do it. They've got great results the first time, but things get busy and whatnot and they forget. So the simplest way to overcome this is mark down every 4 to 6 weeks in your prospect or customer journey that they need to be re-engaged at one point. And for example, if you sent an email this month, next month you might do a phone call or a text message or Facebook Messenger. If you cycle the sources, you're also going to make it fresher in the person's mind, and you might have a higher chance of getting through to them on a specific media source or channel. So there you have it. There's a simple strategy that you can utilize today to start generating new clients over the next week into your business, even going into the Christmas. And without spending money on advertising or spending hours trying to build up funnels and all sorts of different things to get those clients. So I'm really excited to hear your guys' results from this. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below, and we'll see you guys next week.